We are back with another emergency episode.
Oh my God, I feel like we're in the Hunger Games.
Is it like the Hunger Games?
Yeah, like
Just
I feel
fight
like
for survival.
Yeah, and you look like the Effie.
Oh, my hair.
Well, also just addressing the nation. We're like
Addressing the nation.
That's how I
Is this
feel.
the state of address, or the State of the Union?
It's so nervous. I get so nervous going live because we were speaking earlier. Also, too, it's like we're not like I don't like you saying. I don't want to be like. Don't look at us as like this great beings. We're not like a great being, you know. Like I don't want people to think like, oh,
You are a great
No,
being.
everyone's like, you guys need to go live. We're not going live to be like, wow, look at all this power we have. Like I go live because I have a lot to say.
You are a great being.
Thank
No,
you.
I agree. I don't like.
You know what I mean?
No,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'm
I was
kidding.
like, wait, I thought you were on board with
No,
me.
I'm kidding, but I know what you mean. I don't like this whole on the pedestal thing. Because I'm starting to see people be like, Ethan and Trisha are the new such and such on the. It's like me and Trisha are both deeply flawed, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn.
You can say it.
Are deeply flawed individuals. I'll speak for myself on this, but I've said and done things that are horrible, that I regret, that I will apologize for as many times as I need to. But like, I don't want you guys to put me on a pedestal.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Because we are imperfect people.
I don't want.
Why are you laughing, Dan?
You need to say something about your hair
Oh,
before
my
we go
hair?
any further.
Oh.
You look crazy.
Well, as I was saying about being an imperfect person, I am not I just no Ethan, no on the pedestal bullshit.
I thought you had a headband in your hair when I first came in. That's why I like went. I was like, do you have a
Okay,
headband?
so well, yesterday you were mad at me for not buzzing my hair, so I was like, I better. But when we saw David's apology video last night.
This morning at like 1 a.m.
Oh yeah,
I
you
saw it at 1.
fell
Yeah.
asleep because we were all watching it and talking about it. And I was like, Trisha's asleep. She's gonna be buzzing in the morning.
I was in the middle of the night. I woke up and watched it, and I was like, you're a little disheveled in the middle, and I was so upset. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe in the morning I'm gonna feel different. And then in the morning I just got even more like upset about it and pissed off. And I was just like,
Yeah,
I was like-
I knew you were gonna have a lot to say.
well,
about it.
because I was like, I probably will make a video, even though I don't. This is hopefully mark our words. Hopefully this is the last time we talk about it, because I
This
don't like.
is it. I don't want to talk about David
The titles
anymore.
look crazy on frenemies. We look like we're a David Dobrik like pitchfork account or something. We're just
Well,
kinda...
we've been. Listen, we've been. The thing is that it's like every time there's something new to talk about. I'm not trying to rehash it, but it's like this story keeps developing.
Although
like crazy.
Keemstar tried to jump on it last night, and we're supposed to talk about him, but he was.
What? Don't
he
say
was
we're not supposed to talk about him. It's fine.
I thought you don't like talking about him though, because even when I
Well,
bring
I
him up
just
in a
don't
group
like
chat.
him.
Okay. Well, he was going live yesterday. He was like in on it. I was like, oh my God, is he coming for our brand?
Oh, you think he was trying to step on our feet a little bit?
Anyways, no, I'm glad people are talking about it.
I don't
like,
care.
No, I don't. I don't care either. But I was just like, I thought it was just so interesting because I watched a little bit of his live and he's like, we're waiting for David's video to drop. Which, by the way, David in the video said like, no one knows he's making it. He's by himself. But like, Keemstar knew he was making it. Like,
Yeah, apparently there was like people like sending out tips, and then
Jeff texted Keemstar. That's who. It
and then
was,
like
yeah.
Jeff is texting, whatever. Yeah, apparently, literally everybody knew somehow that David was dropping this video. But regardless, I was cutting my hair this morning because last time you were upset,
You look crazy.
and then I saw the back, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty epic."
You remind me of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Do you know who that is?
No, but I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Well, let's just do this for one more episode,
You
and
also
I'll
look
cut
like
it off."
Will Ferrell Zoolander. I think you should cosplay him. I think that's a pretty good one.
Let me see the profile, Dan. That looks
Mugatu,
really
yeah.
good, kind of. Because
You
I
look
shaved
skinny.
the back too. It looks skinny.
Oh, you shaved the back yourself?
Yeah, I shaved. I did it all myself.
Dang. It looks good, I think.
Wait, you don't like the back?
It's so
Oh,
uneven.
yeah.
It looks-
You look like a chihuahua that grows hair in bits and pieces.
I haven't even looked at it.
I like it. It's just crazy, but
Yeah, I thought I'd just give it one last hurrah.
I've seen you so much. I've seen you Friday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, we like housemates
Tuesday.
at this point.
Yeah, literally. We still have yet to order pizza.
Let's do it today.
Okay, well,
Let's just not like I know this is a serious topic, but maybe just to say
mukbang it up.
in a serious in a way of being like we're gonna close the chapter now on David.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were surprised because you said yesterday in front of me, which aired today, you said that you thought David would just go silent.
I was fucking dead wrong on that one. Holy shit.
Honestly, okay, One other thing I'll say is a lot of people are like, okay, people are pissed that he doesn't say anything, and then when he does, people are pissed. But it's like, he should have taken some time. I think we got over the fact that he wasn't going to talk about this. It's like, why don't you take like a few months rather than like a week to say like, I've changed, I'm a girl. Because like a week ago, he was like discrediting me. His lawyers sent threatening letters to try and stop the article. It's like, you can't have a change of heart that quickly. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not going to discredit Trisha. Like 5 days ago, you said I was stalking and harassing you. Like, it's
So,
like,
so let's get into
maybe
it. 'cause
take some time. Maybe, take some time to actually learn.
First of all, I want to say Jeff, who we obviously had on. Dude, it's been like, it's been crazy. We had Jeff on, and we talked about in the last episode, which is up today. Please watch that episode instead of watch both episodes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to say that Jeff messaged me right before we went live and said he took down his video. So I was very happy to hear about that. So appreciation to Jeff.
I think that's a huge thing. That's crazy. That's like, because he kept it up thinking like, I feel like he was trying to still get people, but that's a pretty big thing. The fact that he messaged you too, I guess he wasn't pissed that he looked, not so great on the frenemies.
Well, whatever the
He still
reason,
respected what you thought about him.
he took it down, and I think that was a thoughtful thing to do. So shout out to Jeff. Okay,
Yeah. We think for sure, like he's probably,
even though you should probably taken it down yesterday, but we don't hold that against
It's
him.
fine. I think you can have a day to think about it.
Right.
Unlike David's taking 2 years to think about it. I think a day is okay.
Okay, so first of all, I have a lot of stuff to talk about surrounding David's apology before we watch David's apology.
Right.
I do want to say that my initial reaction to this video last night when I watched it was that, like, this is, from what I expected, a very good apology. But
Wait, you said you think this is a very good apology?
well, my initial reaction was that, like, based on the previous one, I was like, this is very genuine. He seems to be affected, but there's a lot of issues that I have.
So you thought it was genuine. That's interesting.
I'm conflicted on it in that I thought it was, as apologies go, a pretty good apology. Like, he said the right things, right?
I'm so confused. Like, what? Because he literally threatened the Insider last week to not post his
I
article.
know. That's what I'm saying. On face value.
He had
right?
multiple times to apologize this before sponsors got lost, and he didn't. And he only apologized because that's
Dude,
it.
I have a whole explanation. Okay.
Of why you think it's not.
On
okay.
face value, it was good, but I have a lot of criticism of it.
On face value, it was shit.
On
It was awful. I was just like, the cuts, the edits. He was teary-eyed 1 minute.
well,
like,
compared to his
teary-eyed the next.
last one, I mean, this one, he at least was like, he said your name. He acknowledged that, like, the way he's shooting his videos is messed up, but the circumstance makes it disingenuous.
That's like if you feed someone dog poop and then the next day you give them the cat poop and you're like, oh, thank you so much. At least it's not dog poop. Because cats are more upper echelon.
Let me explain myself better.
Please. But I mean, I respect your opinion, but you're wrong.
Well, hold on. On face value, because at first when he posted it, there was like this crazy overwhelming support for him, like 99.9% like ratio, and that disturbed me. How quick?
Also swayed you a little bit, I guess. Because,
No, it didn't sway me. It disturbed me, and it made me feel like there was something about it that didn't stick right. So what I was going to say, Trisha, so please don't kill me, because I have a lot here to say.
Metaphorically.
Is that, this apology came all within the short time span of sending the text messages and voice notes to Scotty to discredit Seth. That happened like a week ago.
like 3 weeks probably.
Or, wow, has it been that long?
Yeah.
Right.
Where he says in the video, guys, look at these texts. Like it's David's voice
Yeah.
trying to prove that
So-
Seth is a liar.
Exactly. So there's that. By the way, he doesn't mention Seth at all still in the fucking apology video, but okay. And then like a few days ago, he made this really horrible apology video where he evaded any responsibility. This comes right after sending threatening legal letters to Insider about you.
There was multiple paragraphs saying, I am a danger to them. I stalk and harass them. I've been violent towards David, which has never been true. Like,
Right.
I mean, saying I have a mental illness, all this, like using all this stuff against me. And I'm just like, and now in this video, 5 days later, he's like, I'm not going to discourage
Everything's
Trisha.
changed.
Because he lost all his sponsors. That's the only thing. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
I think on face value, like how everyone was perceiving it was like this is a good apology because he did and said the right things. But then when I thought about it and all this stuff came together, then I'm realizing that this was an act of desperation and not. Okay, did I? Are you
I
okay?
just been so pissed. I think also maybe because like maybe two people like you know if I'm on like the outside I would probably be like yeah I guess he's cool now or whatever. But
You even said in a tweet that you were happy that he took some accountability.
yeah, I was happy. I think it should have been more. Yeah, I was sleepy and I was.
You take that back.
Yeah, I take that back. I was like, wait a while, and also like,
I agree with that point.
you know what I mean? Like, you didn't learn this overnight.
Okay, but I'm not even done.
And he also says he didn't address these people in the video. Like he like reach out to them first before you make a video. He's
I
apologizing to the people because he lost sponsors, so he's apologizing to his fans. When in reality, Allie Hardesty said the girl that accused Dom in 2017, not a girl apology from David. I begged for David to talk to me for a year and a half because I was like, what the hell did I do wrong? And he ignored me. So like all of this is bullshit. Like it's bullshit.
So not only did he send legal letters attacking you recently, I mean, Jeff Wittick made a video attacking you and the author. And after losing every sponsor, ruining his investors have all ditched on this app, everything he's built on, then finally he makes an apology. So on surface level, I mean, I'm just trying to explain why when you look at the video, there's like a 99.9 where it's ever like, this is a great apology. On face value, it feels like a great apology. But in the context of everything that's happened, it's a very opportunistic time.
It's like wait. If he wanted to be more genuine, wait. Also, I feel like he should have he profited off of people's trauma. He should have donated some of that money if he was really sorry.
I'm surprised he didn't donate.
Like,
How much money did he make just from that video alone?
oh my god. And I think that.
And Seth's videos with all the kissing shit with Seth. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's made so much money, and he could have donated like $1 million. If Logan Paul could do it back in the day, like David's way more balling than Logan. He could have done $1 million easily. To not even say anything.
that would have helped to make a big donation.
Of course,
Yeah.
like that's like okay, maybe because obviously it hurt when his sponsors left because of money, so that's why. So if to show you're not a greedy little, it's live. But if you're not a greedy person, donate the money then. Like if it's not a big deal, if you're losing money and losing sponsors, if that's not why you're doing this, but you actually want to educate yourself and do better and help people of SA, like such bullshit.
Here's a tweet you made that I wanted to read. Just 2 weeks ago, David sent Scotty text trying to discredit Seth's story. Last week, his lawyer sent 4 paragraphs to Insider discrediting me and disgusting details. Sorry if I don't buy that he's changed and wants to hear people out now. A few days of miraculous turnaround.
He was so graphic. The letter from his lawyer, I don't know if it was a lawyer, was so graphic and so disgusting and using everything I've been through to basically say, like, you can't take Trisha for, she's not valid. Like, anything she
Yeah.
says, you can't believe. It's like,
So now he knows that was fucked up. Now he understands. That was a huge mistake.
does he? Okay.
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, I was like,
Being sarcastic.
And the Scott video, like, did he not even want to address that and be like,
Bro, no, again, because he threw Scott. Now Scott, by the way, is the biggest sucker on the planet because Scott was such his lackey to try. He was testing the waters with this discrediting angle. And now David's out here apologizing for everything, and Scotty is like looking like the biggest fucking sap ever.
And David didn't even try to
Oh
help
yeah,
him out.
yeah. Here, I'm going to read more of your tweets because I thought they were good. I'm trying to give as much content as possible.
Okay.
If public opinion forgives David, great. I hope he does change. But as someone who has been shunned, ridiculed after my psychotic breakdown for my association with David, his lawyers discrediting me and discrediting my cause.
I'm sorry.
Mental illness. Threatening Insider only a week ago, it's not enough. Funny how he ignored everyone's call for years, but now he's making himself available. I think David is disgusting, and I always will. He's calculated and manipulative, but good job taking my notes from enemies and sitting on the floor for your apology.
He didn't do the floor sitting to humble himself.
Which helps. The
I know,
vibe was
more
right.
people.
It wasn't like him in his set, like behind his Kids' Choice Award, like hey, look at me. No, it wasn't. It was.
He also-
I'm alone now.
Well, he also made a very good point as he was adjusting the camera to show that he was in a much smaller house than he lives in. He's in like an apartment.
Right,
So
right.
he's trying to show more humble. Jeffrey started this a week ago with his apology. He also adjusted the camera on a tripod.
Yeah, what is that? It's like I know how to set up a camera and push play.
I believe I'm the one who started this trend. You called it out on
You-
H3.
you-
Remember when I was like adjusting, talking about Dave
Oh,
Portnoy?
you are such, dude. You are such a trendsetter.
They're like, wow, Trisha.
Nobody apologizes like you.
They're like, if Trisha can be well received now, maybe we can by adjusting the camera and showing we're just like everybody else.
I'm gonna have to remember that next time. Okay, guys. I'm finally alone.
Why did he say that? As if that's like some like amazing feat. He's like, look, guys, I'm all alone at 1:45 a.m. I'm like,
Well, we're gonna watch it. David's all about the money. Remember when Logan? See, again, I want to talk about Logan Paul because during the Forest incident, it makes me appreciate Logan's apology so much more now. Because when all that went down, and by the way, what Logan was accused of is not even close to as bad as what David's accused of. Because, like, you could be insensitive, you could be a douche, which was all the things he was doing, but he didn't commit like a crime, right? Like, which is kind of what David did was more
Yeah.
heinous.
on other people, on girls. Like it was like this involved so many other people, and not just these girls, but like other things in the vlogs that he's filmed over the years. You know, Zayn groping people, all this stuff like that. David's been knowing this for a while. Logan did this like effed up thing or whatever like that, but he went silent for a month, like did this whole like research documentary, talked to like survivors of
Right,
like
right,
donated
right,
money,
right,
all this
yeah.
stuff. And David took what, like 2 days, a day after he lost his sponsor and his app.
And he
like,
donated $1 million, Logan. So, like, damn, I'm
That's
thinking
crazy.
back to that. That was like a good ass apology what Logan did. Compared,
Yeah.
he said you continued. Logan Paul donated $1 million to suicide prevention. David Dobrik, you profited off so many people's traumas. I think $1 million to SA charity is a good place. Yeah, I can't imagine how the victims of SA are feeling right now to get an apology video instead of a direct contact.
That pissed me off. I'll tell you why. So I get a text message this morning. My situation with David and Jason, like it was traumatic, but it definitely wasn't on this like level of these girls, especially because they don't have a voice. They, you know, all this bullshit of like whatever. Like they didn't get a direct apology. Like I couldn't imagine. So for me, for so many years, not getting a direct apology, like it traumatized me. I was just like, oh my God, like these people are like making me think I'm crazy. Like they're, you know, all this crazy shit. And then for them not to get it, I thought that was like really like shady. And for him to also kind of downplay it and be like, I didn't know when you filmed it and you were standing there with them blackout drunk. Like it's just bullshit.
That's
And the Dom stuff, he filmed with him in 2020. Like, he just had so many lies and inconsistencies. And these people that had come out with the voice, especially this particular instance, they're probably just like, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you apologize to me when I asked you to take it down or anything, you know?
he really should have called these people before putting.
Yeah,
the
that's
video.
what that was my point of it. It's called
Because
people
like
first.
he would have got so much more perspective and on a personal level to hear them out. I mean, dude, like
if he
come
really
on.
cared. Now he's like, I'm going to make myself available.
Yeah.
Okay, David.
What does that mean? You call me if you have a problem. I'm available now. I got nothing to do. I got some free time coming up.
He's going to set up an HR for you to talk to.
Yeah, you can contact my HR team. Now
His
there's
team, by the way, he should not get HR. His team is just everyone from he went to high school with. And Natalie, she edits all his videos with him. She knew about this. She did a statement the other day being like, I don't condone this. Bitch, you edit all his videos with him. Like, you sit there with him. When I had my issue with David, he's like, well, Natalie said it was okay to bring it up with her. Like, Natalie sits there and edits all this shit with him. So don't play innocent to that either. That's some bullshit. Like, it's all bullshit. Todd just posting pictures in David's house, $10 million
did we
basketball
talk
court.
about the Todd picture?
No, I don't think we talked about it on.
Hold on, I gotta pull that up real fast. Natalie's boyfriend Todd what? Todd Smith?
Todd Eric, I think.
Todd Eric? That's like such the whitest name ever.
Well, I think he's Hispanic.
Oh well, fuck me then. But still is the whitest name ever. I don't know what to tell you, Todd.
Yeah, I think.
So he posted this like in the very fucking middle. Oh, it was a week ago.
Oh, that's the one he disabled, though.
But he disabled comments at David's house.
They were also partying with Olivia Jade and her boyfriend over the weekend, so they literally didn't care anyways. They were posting like Instagram stories, and they're like, we had to take some time to reflect. It's like, no, you were partying with Olivia Jade and her boyfriend. So.
I don't know, bro. You should all just be chilling out right now.
Wait,
They- did
wait,
you-
Olivia Jade? Like,
Yeah.
The one from the
one and
college
only.
scandal?
Yeah.
And guess
She's
what?
back.
No, and guess what?
She's back on
The
YouTube.
whole group was hanging out with her when she was 17 too. I was in one of the vlogs when she was 17. We went to her house and Lori Laughlin was there. And I was like, why are we going to the 17-year-old girl's house and like sneaking in her bedroom? It was so, and they hung out with her for lots of times after that. I'm like, this is all really weird. Like this girl's 17. Like Emma Chamberlain was 17. Like all this stuff. Like they're all shady. He has animal abuse he has to own up to. He has other shit. Like this isn't just one thing and like you're like learning.
Okay, before we get
Start
into
by
it,
donating.
I saw
$1 million.
some great memes.
Memes.
No, but you're gonna like this.
my God,
Okay, girl gets R-worded. David Dobrik says, "F this. I did nothing wrong. You will hear from my lawyers." David Dobrik loses sponsors. This is his reaction. Do you get this meme?
Yeah, I've seen this face meme around. It's for different memes, right? This face is used for different memes.
It's the premise of the joke to me is. Do you understand the joke that it's conveying? Why are you so meme challenged?
I don't get memes. We get it without you having to make a meme about it.
It's funny,
Okay. I don't like this one, but
bruh.
was that the only meme?
No, I got more. I think people love watching me try to explain memes to you like you're my, 6-year-old aunt.
Thank you.
Do we know him? Where have I met him?
I hate memes.
Let's not forget, this was a great comment on his apology video, which I thought was coming from the community. Someone said, "Proud of you, David. Being an idiot is easy. Owning up to it is tough. Glad you made this." Now, if you guys don't know, that's the exact comment David left on Dom's video apologizing for what he did during VidCon.
I get that meme.
Good, right?
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Hey! We found a successful meme, folks.
That's so funny. I mean, David is just such an idiot. He's just like, and you had asked me this morning if like an apology from David or Jason, it would mean absolutely nothing to me at this point. Like I asked for an apology. It's like, it would mean absolutely nothing. This is all just a safe face. And I think it's disgusting. I'll always think it's disgusting. And like, there's nothing they can do to change that.
There's some tweets that I thought were good takes I wanted to give voice to. David Dobrik said he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that his childhood friend was a assaulter, and that's literally the problem. Men ignore and discredit women, but won't hold their besties accountable.
Which, by the way, did you notice all the people that have come forward in David's group, the Vlog Squad, have all been female? It's been Carly, Aaron, and Natalie. No one else. Scott hasn't said anything. Todd, Zane, like Jeff definitely should not have said anything. But like, why has no one? Like, no guy said anything. Jason. They just all stay
Scott
quiet.
said something, and Jeff.
In support of.
Oh, right.
Not David.
So I guess that supports her tweet.
But even Carly and Aaron and all of them, they all like just go against Dom. They're like, well, Dom is the worst. But it's like,
I know.
I hate that. Like, just say David is also part of the problem.
That's
like, why can't you say that?
That's what they're. That's the another thing with my video is that he once again deftly evades the fact of how culpable he was with this horrible crime that happened. This was one from our subreddit that I thought was a really good insight.
Shout out Reddit.
Yeah, I think it's from our subreddit.
I heard they like me over there, so shout
They
out.
love you. I don't know why and then whenever you say something nice, there's always memes of like, Trisha's with us again.
Really? I gotta get on it. I don't know how to get on Reddit, but I'll get on it. I'll find it.
Just a website. You know how to use a website, right?
I like the apps better.
Right. They have an app.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah, they have an app.
I'll figure it out.
All right, let me read you this. This was, I thought, again, a really good insight from one of our users on Reddit. As a SA survivor myself, this makes me feel defeated and hopeless, a rant in response to his video. As someone who went through SA and more specifically R, this story felt very personal to me. I could see myself in Hannah so many ways because I went through the same situation of being assaulted. I saw my R word get away with it, no consequences, and his friends stood by him. The fact that everyone is willing to forgive David after 7 minutes and a few tears despite what he did is shocking and devastating for me. David knew that Dom assaulted Allie in VidCon 2017. David knew Hannah sent that long text message describing her assault, and he silently took down the video and remained friends with Dom. David kept Dom as a friend all these years, knowing what he did. David went as far as to joke about going to jail that night. Again, what was the joke? David recorded and monetized someone's trauma in front of 10 million people. David sent his lawyers to try to suppress the article as hard as they could. David sent his friends to try and take the heat off him. David and his lawyers kept trying to discredit victims just as recently as last week. David refused to make any appearance because he didn't think it was worth it. It took every single one of his sponsors dropping him to make him appear and make a few minutes half apology where he deliberately lied. Lies can be easily debunked if you've been following the situation. I didn't know she was R-worded. He did know. He and all three of his friends went to do a head count, claiming that if he didn't see it, it didn't count. Not to mention that he was fully aware of the alley situation and decided to suppress it and praise Dom in the comments for his apology. I stopped having contact with Dom in 2019. He was photographed smiling and posing with Dom in February 2020. I actually have more on that coming up, which we'll get into later.
Video, he had him in his merch promo for Fanjoy. Like,
Yeah, I've got more on that later. I didn't know there was a power dynamic, he said. There's several vlogs where he mentioned that he is the leader of the vlog squad and makes people compete for airtime, constantly reminding his friends that they're nothing without him. I don't know if I'm more angry at myself for watching him for so many years and not realizing, angry at David's fans for giving him so easily, angry at myself that I projected my traumas in this situation.
he constantly paid people. Like, he knew he had a power over people. He always paid people to do stuff. He paid me like money to one time to suck someone's toe, one time to drink someone's piss. Like, he'd always give me like $100.
You drank someone's piss? Mm-hmm. Whose?
Heath.
I don't know who that is. How much did you drink?
Nobody does anymore. It was like a water bottle of it.
How much did he pay you?
$100.
Trisha!
I know. Crazy.
I'd pay you way more to do that.
I'll do it. All I'm saying is he knows he has power over people. Like even Corinna, he paid him $500 for, you know.
And again,
Seth.
I often go back to Seth's story because when Seth said, you have to remove this video of me, it's kind of like affecting my life and my mental health, he offered to pay him.
So don't act like he didn't know the influence he had over people.
She finishes by saying, at the end of the day, I just hope Hannah can find closure and I hope that she can move on peacefully with her life because I didn't and it still haunts me every day. So thank you for sharing your story to this person on the subreddit. You know.
Yeah, it's really bad. This story is really bad because, you know, the thing is of course he'll be fine and, you know, he'll continue to do whatever he's doing. It's like just like Michael Bay and like all those people, like they all just continue working. Bryan Singer, like people do horrible things. There's like evil people. Mel Gibson, like people still work. Like
yeah, and I mean Mel Gibson again. It's like he said anti-Semitic things, but like he didn't. Like still, this is kind of even worse.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is like he's still gonna just be able to.
That's why I was disturbed when I saw 99.9% likes. I was like, really? Everybody's down with this? I don't know.
It takes time though. Maybe over time, like eventually, kind of like Kevin Spacey. Like it took a while for him to actually get canceled, you know, because there were so many stories about him for so long and people just kind of knew.
Well, do you think there's a road to redemption for David, like years from now, if he makes meaningful changes?
I don't think he deserves it, but of course he will be able to. You know, he has a fan base and he's.
I don't know that I think that there is a legitimate path to redemption for David in some time.
I think he's super evil. I think he's.
But
really
I don't know him. I don't know him like you do. So you know.
I only know from what I experienced, and that is like a really traumatic thing. He knew that I like tried to kill myself. Jason knew that, and like they literally just blocked and ignored me. And then not only that, but you weaponized it against me. Even Jeff up until that on Sunday, being like, "Well, you did do this 2-3 years ago, so how are we supposed to hold you credible?" Like they use that constantly. His lawyers, all this stuff like that, like a really vulnerable thing that like. Came from Trump because that week up to the thing of me doing that, like I told David I did not want the stuff in a vlog. He still put it up. Basically, he told me Natalie said it was okay. Deal with her. I don't have time to talk to you. And then Jason, like you know what I mean? They're just so evil. They're so evil in so many ways. So manipulative. It took 2 years for any of this for him to say my name and for Jason to call me, and it's like I don't care anymore. Like you guys are you just lost everything. So now you're trying to get on.
I think what they did to you is unforgivable because like you said. You went to the hospital, like mental hospital, twice as a result of your time with that 3 times, and you've never been through that. And with talking with like Big Nick and Seth, and like a lot of people who've been in that situation, it's like there's something extremely wrong with the dynamic going on there, where people are being.
And for David's lawyer to use what Jason told him about that second time that I went to mental hospital about like going to his house or whatever and say that I was dangerous towards David when David wasn't even there. Like that's so messed up to me. They share these stories with each other and then they make it to like corroborate this thing that Trish is crazy. Here my lawyers go threat insider with this information. Like it's so gross. It's so gross. And then why even bring me up yesterday? I'm not going to discredit Trisha. I had nothing to do with it. Why would you discredit me? That's such a stupid thing to say. Like what was the point of saying that? I was so pissed.
They were, just up until a week ago before that article came out, they were literally doing anything in their power through their attorneys to stop the publication. So I guarantee you if that article was never printed, there'd be no apology right now. Even though he knew all this shit already. Anyway, here's another meme. David making a Trisha-styled video on the floor crying. So you owe some sincere gratitude to Trisha.
I was crying over like a breakup. He's crying because he's a little bitch. That's
And
what it
there's
is.
one last good tweet here before we watch. This was an interesting observation, I thought. A girl who hangs out with hoes is automatically a hoe. But men who hang around abusing, manipulative R-word friends, and all of a sudden it's not their business. Pick a script and stick to it.
Right.
That's more, yeah. I mean, that's like pretty much all the guys. And it's like, I can only speak for myself.
Even though you always speak for each other, we're a group. We know who we are. Like you guys always speak in that tense. So which is
Yeah, it's we, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I can only speak for myself.
But you didn't. You said anyways. So annoying. So frustrating.
Okay, so,
Ugh.
and then there was one other thing that I wanted to.
It just sucks that so many people are like buying this. Like, okay, yeah, you don't need to keep crucifying him, but like the fact that you're like, oh my God, David's like so good now. It's like he's not good overnight. Maybe, like you said, maybe in time he'll learn. I don't know.
A few years. I mean, who knows? But like,
But it doesn't happen that quickly.
In a
like
few
a
years?
change. No, a couple weeks.
yeah.
From like.
No, he literally had his lawyer send a letter threatening you and Insider a week ago.
And now he's like, okay, I'm not gonna discredit anyone. It's like.
I've changed my mind. Anyway,
Who's
here's
his lawyers? He needs a better lawyer. Like seriously, the people are like, he's such a
Wow.
good person. He want to do this.
I don't think any lawyer could have prevented with the evidence.
Funny.
Here's the message from Natalie. I know you have opinion on this. That's his. You guys know Natalie. This came out. When did this come out? Yesterday? Yeah, last night. I spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taken me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct, abuse for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear, and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims. I don't know anything about Natalie, but I thought
She's
you
the
might have.
worst. No, there's a lot more about Natalie too. I spoke to this girl Cassandra, who I won't share what she told me, but she has like a ton of stuff about Natalie, which I already knew. Like the stuff after I left and stuff like that. Natalie is like the worst of it. She's like his producer. She produces the content, edits it. She kind of like gets people to like come into the group and stuff like that. She's really calculative, really manipulative, and she's a downright bitch. And
Whoa.
David put all the blame on her, and I totally believe I believe it's half and half. He put all the blame on Natalie when my incident went down. Well, Natalie said I could put it in, and blah blah blah. And I was just like, well, who the fuck is Natalie? Because she's just like this slow girl from Illinois, from Vernon Hills.
What footage did she say he could put in?
It was that week of footage I didn't want, the Tana bit, like all of that stuff, because I was like pretending to sleep when Tana came over.
So she said, "Oh, Tana or Natalie got permission from you."
No, he goes, I said, no, do not put it in. He put it in, and he's just like, oh, take it up with Natalie. I'm boarding a plane.
Oh,
Because Natalie sits there and edits it with him. He's like, she was there editing. It was totally fine. Like, no, Natalie is a bitch. She also ignored everything. She's like the worst. Like, actually the worst. Because she also like, you know, she's the one that has people sign NDAs. She's the one that coerces people to do stuff and stuff like that. And I wasn't there for I just heard from what I heard from Cassandra, like what happened after I left. And like, again, their whole like corroborative plan to prove that like I'm crazy and like all this, like, you know, all this, like, it's all bullshit.
so you're saying Natalie is Ghislaine?
Who's Ghislaine?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we just talked about it on the last episode. Ghislaine? Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay. I like the name.
Oh, people are apparently okay. The chat is blowing up because you slipped that Jason called.
Yeah.
You want to talk about
I
that?
mean, it's fine. Because he's such a piece of shit. I went on a Twitter rampage, or not rampage, but oh, by the way, the girl that said she got the unsolicited, like, eggplant pic from Jason, that is real. She actually reached out to me, like, and I know this girl has, like, limited credibility.
Okay,
but
first of all,
I
let
did
me
see
just
it.
preface.
I saw this.
There was a girl on Twitter that said that Jason sent her an unsolicited eggplant photo. Thank you. And this is the same girl who claimed that Kanye and Jeffree Star had an affair, and then she totally lied about.
But she's also the same girl who Mike Maljic did cheat on Lana Rosewoods, and he confirmed it. She gave him a sucker punch, you know? Yeah. She was on Dr. Phil, too. Her name's Ava Louise.
So you corroborate her story?
Yeah, because this was 2 years ago. She sent me a screen video of recording of it.
You ID'd his eggplant?
She sent me the Snapchat, yeah, and she goes, you know, he made me feel really uncomfortable. This was after we broke up, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, like if you're, she was 20, she's like a legal age, whatever. She's just like, it's creepy and or whatever. And I was like, if you want to say something, like you need to say it, because so many people were coming to me as they still do to tell the story, and it's like, well, I'm not. What am I gonna say? Like, don't send 20-year-olds your eggplant. By the way, no one wants to see your eggplant. That's what I said on Twitter yesterday. Like, I'm gonna body shame him because he's a piece of shit, but his eggplant is like wrinkly, and it's like nobody wants to see that. Why does he think as a 48-year-old man 20-year-olds want to see it? They don't. Like, not even 20-year-olds want to see 21-year-old eggplants. Like, it's just like gross. Anyways, so I was just like, and he has children, and I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, he's such a piece of shit.
Okay, so tell me, what did Jason say to you?
Oh, and today just like made me
Did you
have
talk
so
with
much.
him on the phone?
No, He called.
You didn't answer.
I didn't answer because I thought maybe it was.
Can you show the text, please?
Yeah, I can show the text.
So I saw this text and it pissed me
I
off.
can't get in trouble for showing text, right?
No, fuck him. You didn't.
How am I gonna show it?
Here, we could just.
I can send it again.
I'll send a. Oh, you can send me on Discord that I can open it. Oh, cool.
Well,
Yeah,
originally,
you can't show it to him because it's like unsolicited. It's not a conversation. He's sending it to you unsolicited.
I thought it was actually someone like, you know how you can like call someone from someone else's phone, like if you know two people's phone numbers. So I thought it was like I'm like, well, because he called me, I was like, clearly this is a hack. Then he said like, hey, it's Jason. Okay, here's the text.
Hold on. Is there any private information?
It says Jason. It has no. There's no private info.
In the chat or anything?
No.
Sure, we're not about
Yeah.
to box him.
No. There's no phone number. Right. No.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, good call. Good call. So he sent. So he called and called. You didn't answer, right? Mm-hmm. So he sent this. Hi Trish, it's Jason. I tried you. Are you available to talk? Call me back. Heart. The fucking heart. The balls on this guy to send you a heart after all this time. You're engaged. Like what? Oh, I miss you, babe. Like what's the heart mean? Who sends a heart?
For a year and a
I'm
half.
sorry, but no fucking heart, Jason.
I begged and pleaded for Jason to be my friend, to talk to me, for David to talk to me, like, and they just like completely blocked me. They knew all my shit that I was going through. Like, Jason strung me along for like a couple months after we broke up or whatever, but then like completely blocked me after my second mental hospital stay. And I was just like, I like begged him to be my friend. They ignored me for 2 years. They called me crazy, discredited me, said I'm stalking and harassing them, which I've never texted them or anything like that. And I was just like, really? Like, why would I call you back? I thought I'm stalking and harassing you. So then I thought, well, to call me back the heart, I'm like, okay, this is clearly someone playing a joke. Like, I thought someone maybe hacked his phone or, you know, did one of those things. But then he sends me a DM from Instagram. I haven't opened it. Should I open it?
Yeah, reopen it. Fuck it.
I mean, obviously he knows, so we're talking about it now.
It's his dick pic.
So, so it's a blue check mark. It's his account. Look, I'll show you. See, it
No,
goes
it's
to his
him.
account. So it goes to his
It's
account.
definitely him.
Hi, Trish. I just tried you. Not sure if you still have that number. I have the same number. Please call me so we can talk. Thank you, Jason. Fuck you, Jason. Fuck you. Like, are you kidding me?
Does
No,
that
I'm
heart
live,
piss
but
you off?
now knowing that it's like him, yeah. I was like,
Like, how dare you send a heart? Because that's like a romantic thing. Or like I miss you or I love you. It's like, how are you gonna fucking claim to? How are you gonna send a fucking heart?
when all you've done is just say I'm crazy. You've detailed like me coming to your house that night
Yeah.
to people to like weaponize, like just ignoring me, just been a
Like
complete
old friends or some shit.
yeah, like with love, like
Yeah, peace and love.
no peace and love to him. He does not deserve
War
any
and
peace
hate,
love.
as they say.
Chaos and
Yeah, the
creation.
foot soldiers say, well, let's see. Peace and love would obviously be war. War and hate with war and hate.
No one discussed me as much as Jason because he shared so many like private details of like when we were together after my mental like break, and he shared it with David clearly, Jeff clearly, all these people who've like used it against me now, and I'm like,
Is that
"You're-"
you?
Yeah.
Is it? Why is there a picture? Is that just from your phone?
I
Like,
mean,
all
yeah,
of-
I just haven't changed it ever,
okay,
so
okay.
it's just there.
Okay, got it.
But I was like, ew. And you know what? I'm sure like now he's losing it too because David's his cash cow, right? Now that the cash cow's not being fed, Jason needs it. He doesn't have a teat to suck on, so he's just like, oh, let me just grasp for straws,
Oh.
and then texted me.
Hopefully, he's calling to say thank you for saving my life.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's calling. And in that case, I still don't care.
But
and
still
I
don't send a
have,
heart.
I still.
Don't send the fucking heart.
Ugh.
The heart is not
I
appropriate.
have so much like, is it animosity? I have so much animosity. I have
yeah.
so much like. I don't think I've ever like despised or been more disgusted by someone. Like, stop hanging out with children. Stop sending girls your eggplant pic. Nobody wants to see it. Like, I just wanted to throw up in my mouth, probably the same way they did when they got that eggplant pic. Just stop it. Stop being on Snapchat. Stop it. Ugh, it's like you're 48. And you know what? Like, it's.
I've never sent a dick pic in my life.
I mean, good. No one wants to see. Nobody wants to see. I don't want to see anyone's eggplant. I
Well,
don't want
yeah,
to see Moses'. I
what
don't
if
want to see
you're-
anyone's in a picture.
Isn't
It's
that-
not attractive. It doesn't turn me on. You
Well-
can put it in me if that's what you want to do, but I don't want to look at it. What am I supposed to do with it?
Okay, let's get back into the. So anyway, we're talking about.
And you have baby hands. Jason's got baby hands, so then he looks baby eggplant, and the baby hands looks even more baby.
Hold on, let's just get this clear. Size of the hand does not correlate with size of the.
I agree. I'm saying
Plant.
he has both, so it just looks like a baby
Okay,
hand
just
holding a
making
baby
sure. What do you-
eggplant.
Um,
I'll body shame on like you want a mental illness?
wait,
shame me, I'll
confirm
body shame you all
Jason
day
did
long.
what, Dan?
Oh,
Just the conversation kind of got sidetracked. Are you saying, Trisha, that you saw the evidence that he sent a dick pic to this girl?
I saw the upper half of it.
Because most people are dismissing that claim because of that girl's history
I
with the
saw-
Jeffree Star thing. Like I've seen that universally get
Right.
dismissed.
And I get it because when she came out that stuff, I was like, "Girl, what are you doing?"
But you're saying it's true.
Yeah, I saw the top half. She didn't send me his full thing. I saw the top half, and it did look like his.
Okay, so
Okay.
you've
And it was
seen.
his Snapchat name, and he doesn't have. I don't think he has a public Snapchat. It was his Snapchat name.
By the way, anytime someone asks to add you on Snapchat who's like a celebrity or older, run.
It's not the first time. You remember the girl that Shay Carl did that webcam thing? She also had an affair or an encounter with Jason, and she was like a 19-year-old cam girl, and she sent me stuff too. So he does this. This is a pattern. Like it's fine. They're not illegal. It's fine. He's just creepy. Like, ugh. But like, hey, if that's your thing, cool. But these are not these girl things. Because she did a whole tweet about it. She said, "This is me and Jason. They went to get Starbucks. She said it was the worst sex of her life. Whatever. Like,
Jason was the worst sex of her life.
yeah, her name was whoever Shay
All right,
Carl
all right,
had
all right.
the webcam mistress with. Where'd Shay Carl go? David Dobrik, take a note from Shay Carl and just maybe go start a family in Utah or something.
Okay,
Invest
there's
some of that money.
we're getting close to watching his apology, but there's a few new things that came to light that once again I think offers a good context to the. Again, just remember how if we're apologizing or forgiving somebody so quickly, we need the full context of what we're dealing with.
I'm so pissed off at these two. I'm like, it really reignited that. I'm like, no, you don't get to apologize 2 years later because you're losing money. Like, you were so gross. Like, you could have picked the phone. Like, David could have picked up the phone when I was out of the physical hospital, the mental, like, he could have picked up the phone so many times, and so could Jason. Like, F you. Like, I was bawling. I was like doing stuff publicly online to be like, can you just talk to me and tell me what I did wrong? Like, they're such awful people. Such awful people.
That's sad.
I didn't consent to half the bits that are in David's vlogs. Oh, like,
You want to hear this? This shit's
yeah,
crazy.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, this one surprised even me. Go ahead.
We're talking about this yesterday, though, that I wanted to talk about. We were our roommate Alex.
Turn it up.
Okay, we have this roommate named Dom, and he's like fucking like typical social media influencer, like not the brightest but super hardworking, like he's just a character. He's very strange. And yesterday, or it was like 3 days ago, me and Jason were sitting on the couch, and Dom was leaving, and he's like, "I'll see you guys later." And we're like, "Where are you going?"
Well, they had just finished a story about how they get their dick sucked for shout outs.
Yeah.
And then they said that.
Yeah, they were talking about. Okay, let's rephrase. I didn't even put this in the vlog because I thought it was so gross. But one of our friends, one of Dom's friends, when girls come up to him, he's a big Instagram following. When girls ask him for shout outs, he tells them, "Okay, if you suck my dick, I'll shout you out and I'll delete your shout out as soon as you're done sucking my dick." And he's done this like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, right?
To me, that's like literally
Yeah.
Weinstein level shit that he thinks is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he puts Dom on a pedestal. He tries to act like, oh, I started seeing it, and then I distanced myself. You distanced himself because of the pandemic hit. It was 2020. You were filming with him. There's a vlog on Dom's channel from January 2020, and then the pandemic hit. You didn't film with anyone. So by that technicality, you distance yourself from everybody. Like he put Dom on such a pedestal. It's like, it's so gross. And he put him in merch campaigns. After I had left the group, he was in merch campaigns. Like, you're gross.
That to me was like skin crawling shit. There was another clip that surfaced because I know everybody is desperate to say, "Oh, I wasn't there that night when it happened with Dom. I wasn't there that night," right? So this is interesting.
God, they're such liars. Like, how do they think this is not going to
Like
come
this
out?
is to me, with the photo that we showed in our last episode with Jeff, this one is even worse, frankly, because it matches up with their outfits and everything. So here's Dawn coming out with a used condom. the same night, right after the attack happened.
By the way, before we watch this, it's also to be noted, I haven't heard from Jason since the night I went to his house when I was high on meth, May 8th, 2019. So him now, you think now all of a sudden this is like a genuine thing where he's like, you know what, maybe I should
With
call
a heart?
Trish.
No, of course not.
Okay, anyways, that's sorry. I'm still just like livid about that. Just so people know,
Yeah.
just for context, he's ignoring me after I tried to call him so many times and I made videos reaching out to him and stuff like that, and he's ignored me. So I do not believe
I don't
this is
think
genuine.
I don't think anybody does. Trust me.
Okay.
You know why I flush condoms down the toilet? Because I'm afraid that girls are going to take it and impregnate themselves and I'm trying to get money from you.
Trying to get money from you?
Dom, you have an apartment with 3 roommates.
So again, Jeff,
Oh
Todd,
my God!
Jonah.
Where's this from? The vlog?
I don't actually know where it's from, if it's from some behind the scenes or extra or some shit. But so what's
my
interesting about this
God.
is, so this has happened right afterwards, and you know that because they keep trying to say, oh, it was filmed on a different day. They're all wearing the same clothes. If you go back to the footage that I showed in the last episode of them standing outside Dom's apartment with the girl who's blackout drunk, you'll see, which I can match it up for you guys just as proof. Oh, fuck, doesn't.
That girls are going to take it and impregnate themselves and I'm trying to get money from you.
Trying to get money from you?
Dom, you have an apartment with 3 roommates.
Okay, so here they are. Also, he's holding in his hand a bottle of Pepsi, which one of the witnesses says was used to mix drinks. Okay? So now,
Hang on. These people are so stupid.
now if we go ahead and go back to the photo that we showed in the last episode, you can quite easily tell that they're all wearing the same outfit. Jeff with the hat, Todd with the hat. Nick, I'm going to call him Nick because Jonah's like, why are we calling him Jonah? It's fucked up. He's wearing the same hoodie. It's the same night. It's the same fucking night. So, so according to them, he left. He was there in the beginning. He left. He came back, and then went and greeted. But they had no idea what was happening.
Why am I in that picture?
Where? Which one? Oh, because it's a screenshot of our.
I thought someone was trying to like incriminate me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That clearly looks like you were there.
I was like, what? I was so
It's
mad.
a screen capture of our
People
last
do be
episode.
trying that, like photoshopping me and stuff. I was like, oh.
Oh, apparently you can hear the girls in the background too if you listen with headphones. Dan, can you hear it? In the beginning, people are saying that.
Put your condom away.
You know why I flush condoms down the toilet? Because I'm afraid that girls are going to take it and impregnate themselves and I'm trying to get money.
I mean, I hear
You
what
hear, like-
sounds like a female voice softly
Yeah.
in the background. I can't make out.
Yeah. People are saying if you listen with headphones, you can clearly hear.
I'm sure there were. I'm sure they were there.
So again, it's like, let's stop the fucking charade, you know?
I mean, they're all proven liars at this point. David included, being like, I believe the victim. You should believe him. You filmed her. You
Yeah,
were
you
there
saw
for
it.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you?
So again, I feel like he's still trying to conveniently, you know. Okay, but now I'm ready to watch his actual apology.
Well, it's working. People are forgiving him, so
So here we go. You ready?
hire that HR person will be better.
How do we
Hi,
feel about the
guys.
title?
It's,
just the date.
one-
Interesting.
Oh, is it? That's so weird. I
I
didn't
mean,
notice.
it's a fresh apology title.
I've seen that Variety before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
The,
I think
the,
he's-
the generic date apology video.
He's
That's
trying to
one of the
think-
many genres of apology
Oh, I didn't
videos.
know that.
Right.
He's trying to avoid being memed like an apology meme because they always have like the tier list.
My
Right,
my
you know-
truth.
Yeah, I feel what would have been better is just like the straight up, IMG 04950, like the little like file that it is when it's uploaded. I did that a couple times.
Oh,
Just the number.
That's real raw.
Then you look real raw.
You
like,
are
That's
you
what
are
I
the
was
queen of
again.
apologies, Trisha.
Like I just threw this up, you guys. Minus all the edits and the jump cuts. I'm sure
That's pretty
Natalie did
slick.
this for him.
But so anyway, if you go to his video,
So many jump cuts in this.
there's probably more dislikes because there's probably, but like when it first came out, it was like literally less than 1%. I didn't even get that on my best videos. Where I'm like, hey guys, it's just me being happy and peaceful and love. It's like, fuck you. There's always people like, fuck this content. Anyway, here's David's apology.
Hi guys, it's 1:45 in the morning, and I'm finally by myself. Which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic, and there have been a lot of people around, telling me what to do, giving me advice, trying to help me, most importantly, and
that was a lot, and I now I just wanna be able to do this and.
Is the audio a little raspy, Dan?
I think that's just the quality of the video.
He should fire Megan, the PR girl, because that was the one who told him to stay quiet in my situation. Oh, ignore things and things go away. That's what she tells everybody.
Bro, that's not, you're not, like, if that's your job, just telling people to stay quiet, that's epic. I want that job. Just no.
Just never.
Whatever happens, no. Don't say anything.
Oh my God, he makes me physically sick more than anybody. Like I can't even like look at his little face. I'm trying to be nice.
Let's
I
give him
know.
a chance.
No, what? Oh, okay. For the video, we are live.
Let's do
we
a
are reacting.
Let's do a live reaction, even after I've just spent like basically an hour saying about what a bullshit apology is. But let's be fair.
I didn't sleep at all last night. I had like severe anxiety. I don't know why. Like I was just like so upset, like physically sick. It was so weird. I
I've been
didn't
really
sleep.
anxious too. This whole thing is just making me
Yeah,
anxious.
I know. We've been saying it. It's weird. It's like it's such a weird feeling, and that's why I don't like talking about him. But at the same time, like I'm glad people.
It's
I hope more
important.
people. I do hope more people just like share their stories and stuff like that because I hope people can see it's not just two isolated incidents. Like this is a pattern, and more things should be talked about. But
Do you want to feel my poof?
no.
I need like the crunchy scrunchy.
You look crazy.
Can we get a pizza? Should we get a pizza to like be like, okay?
Yeah.
We should just be like, this.
calm us
we're
down.
done with the David thing.
Right.
Pizza.
Cheers. Someone said they got Domino's ads before this at the live. They said there was a Domino's ad.
So here's what we need to do.
I just want
before we
cheese.
get into this. I have to message Lena. What kind of pizza do you want?
Actually, cheese.
Just cheese? I mean, what is wrong with
You always ask me this. Remember last time we tried to order pizza though?
You say we need Domino's?
Yeah. Because last time we tried to get Pizza Hut and you guys ate it without me.
Right. Well, that was. I didn't want to. Okay, so you want.
I can't believe you
what
ate it.
size? What size?
I was so disgruntled from that.
What
and
am
you're
I
like,
supposed to do? I just had a really traumatic moment. First of all, and I'm not supposed to eat. And I have like a eating disorder, and I'm not supposed to eat pizza.
You have an eating disorder?
Well, I don't know. Probably. I'm not undiagnosed, but like, I mean, come on, I have an issue.
You have an issue with food, not an
Yeah.
eating disorder.
I don't know if it's a disorder.
It could be. All kind of. Yeah.
What kind of pizza you guys want?
Any veggie pizza or just the cheese. I can eat cheese too. I like cheese pizza.
What about olives and pineapple and jalapeno?
Get that for yourself.
I'll get. Okay, I'll get.
Why
I'll
don't you
get
get a veggie and a cheese and that?
veggie. Let's just get a. Who wants veggie? Veggie's so boring. I hate like pepper and onion.
Dan literally just said he wants a veggie pizza.
But you see, he also said he's good with cheese.
I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so
I just need one
large
without
cheese,
without
Two.
pepperoni or whatever.
Yeah,
on
get
it.
more than two.
one large cheese, one large veggie. Okay, veggie. Wow, boring.
I like a veggie pizza.
One large pineapple,
Wait, what?
olive. Well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, Dan,
The twos
chill.
are never enough.
Chill,
I can
Daddy.
never go for a third piece when you get two.
Right. Yeah, I don't want guilt. Like that's the thing. I don't want guilt
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, I should save slices for other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Fuck that.
That's how I felt. You did that once. You only ordered two pizzas one time. And I was like, oh, I'm starving when we left. I was like, oh, we gotta get more
Not
food
this
now.
time.
Okay, yeah. I'm
One
down.
large pineapple, olive, jalapeno. Stat. And you want the cheesy bread? Or no?
Yeah, for sure. Two of those.
Your favorite pizza is cursed, man. I'm sorry.
My favorite pizza?
No, Ethan's.
Oh.
That combination, like all three of
Dude,
those ingredients
it is
are
so bomb.
all three of
Keto.
those ingredients I like,
Pineapple?
but together is
Did you
so
ever
bizarre.
try a slice of it?
Yeah, I tried it.
Oh my god, we're literally live. People are probably like,
Okay, it's
This is
done.
this
Stop.
is compelling content.
why does this be live all the time? 24-hour live show. Have you ever done that? I feel like people used to do that on like You Now, remember?
Well, people did that like on Big Brother or whatever. Or that I don't know if was that live.
Well, that's like
All right,
you're
let's
trapped in a
focus.
house. Okay.
All right, back to David.
Do you think David will call in? Should we ask him? DM him?
We do follow each other on Twitter.
You do? Yeah, why are you following David?
Well, I did. I've been following David since I met him like years
Okay,
ago.
Judas.
I don't like. Listen,
Could you imagine if I followed Keemstar? I was like, hey, Keem, what's up?
I'm surprised you're not.
Maybe I will.
Talk about Judas. I followed him for years before I even knew you. You know.
Okay, but now you know me.
But now I want to know if he's tweeting and shit. Doesn't it's not a endorsement. Following someone is not.
You can
an
still
endorsement.
see someone's tweets without following them. Just go look them up.
Yeah, but it's not an endorsement. You
Sounds like it
understand
to
that?
me. He unfollowed Dom this morning.
He still follows me.
I hope he unfollows you after this.
So, okay, let's
He
watch.
still follows me, actually. Did you know that? David and Jason both still follow me.
Exactly. That's the point. You just not. It's not like the
Judas,
whole
yeah.
the process of unfollowing is very severe. It's like a lot.
I unfollowed them.
Okay, let's watch.
Okay.
Just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys. I've put myself in a lot of situations where I've needed to
Cut.
It was a jump cut.
Oh well. Okay.
Like, how many times did you do that? It was only like a minute. Like, how do you need to cut after a minute? Like, why can't people just do a whole talk through? Like,
Well, Trisha, to be fair, I don't know because you do like a 30-minute video that should be cut to 10 minutes. So I'm not sure you're
I
ambassador.
think he has 30 minutes worth of apologizing to do to people in his vlogs. I think there was more than enough footage to go with. This was very subpar, but okay.
apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be is it's not going to be me.
So he's characterized in the last video as just like, oh, it's just a shitty apology that I just didn't know better. But like that was a way of he was attempting to avoid being totally canceled by trying to, put all the blame on Dom and like evade it all himself. So I don't know that it's totally honest to characterize it as just a bad apology.
Ziggy probably was like, okay, just like put out an apology and we'll see how it goes. Because they were like on the fence with it. And then when
Yeah.
it didn't work out, they're like, we gotta not do this. I'm very like, you know what? I'm glad that sponsors are hearing this, because these are big brands and big companies, and like you really want to be associated with that. What about Chipotle? Did they ever make a statement? They're sponsoring James Charles and David Dobrik.
Chipotle's they're the spring chicken burrito. They don't give a shit.
No, I think didn't I send you something
I
about
didn't see
Chipotle
Oh, did
last
Chipotle
night?
actually drop David?
I think
oh,
that
I
they
think
did.
they did.
I think they did.
And everyone's saying, what about?
I'll check and confirm right now.
I need
but
a really
believe
funny
that
name
that's
for
one of
James
the
Charles
brands.
burrito. The spring chicken burrito is like pretty good, but it's not great.
Maybe the
Something about
because you have to put like a food thing in there, like a food reference, like a food pun.
I'm gonna think. I have
The
to do
spring
some.
chicken is good. It's just I hate hearing it because it's just kind of disturbing.
It's just not a good enough play on words, but it's very accurate.
He's so gross. Like honestly,
James, yeah, don't even get me started on
I mean,
James.
yeah. Everyone's
We're
like,
trying
what
to
about
close
James?
the lid on David here.
Yeah, but I'm saying it took this long for David to get like canceled or whatever. It's like James, like it'll happen in due time because he'll keep doing the same stuff that people have called him out for. Like it's gonna happen. He's just a little more fresher than David, even though he looks like he's 40.
Spring
You know,
chicken chip.
you know the meme with like the Grim Reaper going down the hall?
Oh
with
yeah,
all the doors?
You think so? It's
James-
Chipotle's the Grim Reaper. David. Oh, see, you want me to show you the
This
meme?
whole
Are
show
you
is
gonna
just
understand
memes.
it?
I just can't. This is not the meme podcast.
All right, let me show you the Grim Reaper
No,
meme.
thank you. Oh my god, I hate memes.
Oh, I can't find a good one. All right, let's just watch the.
Yeah, let's not watch
yeah.
the meme of the Grim
Be
Reaper.
discrediting Trisha, Kat, or any other woman involved.
He said your name.
When you texted me that, I was like, oh, let me hear what he has to say. And then that was it. I was like, okay,
Well-
thank you for,
He still said your name.
this has nothing to even do with me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, well, thank you, David Dobrik, for acknowledging my existence. This is what I've been waiting for my whole 2 years.
I saw a really funny comment. Was like, David saying Trisha's name confirms that the two. You see that, Dan? I'm gonna fucking murder it. But it's like exists in the same universe. Big if true. Because you know how people always speculate, like if different heroes exist in the same. Yeah.
Who's the hero? Am I a hero?
Yeah, you're a hero and he's a hero and he mentions your name, so it's like it's the same.
We're like
universe.
the Avengers.
Exactly.
And Justice League meet. Is that?
Exactly.
Woo! Crushed it.
All right, let's try to
I'm
get
going
into
to be using words that may trigger some survivors, and that's just so I don't explain anything vaguely, and I can explain every situation appropriately. I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was
I know because I was there.
And I filmed it, and she gave me consent the next day, and then she didn't give me consent. So obviously, like I know.
No, I wasn't. I don't know. I do have to be honest here. I doubt that he knew the severity of what happened. But when he received the text message of her 6 months ago, he definitely no.
Stopping you right there. I know for a fact, I will say this because I've always said truth because I know I could get sued if I didn't say the truth. This is the truth. People can back me up that we're there. David asked Jason to go buy the girls alcohol. David never puts anything on his credit card ever, not even dinner, nothing. He asked Jason to do it. This is when I said to Jason, don't you freaking do that. What the hell? These girls are saying no, whatever. And he did ask people to buy alcohol for girls. Why else would you buy alcohol for girls when you're trying to have them have sex with your friend if it's not for them to have sex with your friend? Like, he knew the severity of it. Like, he knew, like, how, unless they're just so stupid and think that's how everybody does, everyone just gets girls drunk to have sex with them. Like, I don't know. Like, if it was there. Jeff said that alcohol was there. Jeff said alcohol
I
was
guess
probably,
what I mean is he didn't know that, like, the extent to which the assault took place behind closed
that's bullshit
doors.
too, because they saw them having sex. Oh, I don't care what Jeff says. Oh, we acted it out. David corroborated it 2 days later, saying, "Yeah, it didn't happen unless we saw." Like, they don't do that. Like, they don't fake things in the blog like that. People.
But
he was in ours, hearing us have sex. Like, he doesn't have boundaries like that. Like, he saw it, he knew it. The girls were drunk, and that is considered the R word.
You're right. If
Maybe
what
it's
you're
not a violent R word or whatever,
no.
but it's
Well, come on. We don't even need to mince.
no. But what I'm
split hairs
saying,
on that.
I think he doesn't think it's an R word thing unless it's like violent. A lot of guys don't think that. They think unless the girl has bruises on her, then no. This is also when you don't get consent because you're incoherent. That's also the R word, and he knows that. He's filmed so many people drunk, including me, including things like that. You can't consent to a clip, and they can't consent later. That's not consent. If they didn't consent to you filming them and knowing that, of course they're later on gonna be like, I guess put it in, whatever. I've said that before.
He says, "Oh, I asked her for consent the next day." It's like, bro, you're supposed to ask for consent when she arrives.
Not how it works. And once, it's just so frustrating.
So, but I think what you're alleging is that he asked people to get alcohol for the girls. Then that makes him like pretty much fully guilty.
Fully guilty of knowing what's happening. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Didn't by him. As it was reported the next day, I got consent to post the video, even though I got the consent to post that video.
So, by the way, what he's doing is basically still leaving it all on Dom by saying, this is something that happened with Dom. We got consent the next day. But he's skipping over really the horrible allegations, which is that someone went and got alcohol under his direction.
Yeah. Okay, I also should know that I know this for a fact. When filming drunk people, right? Like, you have to say, like, let's say, like, okay, so, like, obviously reality shows and stuff like that, they sign something that says, like, we're going to be consuming alcohol, you can film us, okay? They sign that, right? Okay, now, I was in a situation where I was on this porn set. I was just an extra. I wasn't in the porn. It was called Horny Birds or something like that. I was in the porn. They gave all of us alcohol, including my sister, who was under the age of 21. At the end of it, before we got paid, they had to say, okay, say you had no alcohol, no drugs during the filming of this. Like, you have to have them say that in order for them to consent, which was such a lie. And I told my sister we could sue them because you're underage because it was such a bad experience. But it was like a lie. And we did it because we wanted to get paid or whatever. But like, I'm sure he didn't have that footage of them saying like, yep, I didn't have alcohol. Like, if you film someone drunk, which he did with these girls, like, you have to have the consent of them saying either prior saying we're going to be drunk and you're going to film us, or after saying we didn't drink or do. I know this. Like, it's happened to be in
you're right.
situations.
Consent and NDAs and consent forms are really tricky legally because if you can prove that it was like a coerced permission, like the girl says in the Inside article that she was still drunk when she woke up and didn't even remember what happened.
Yeah.
Right? So
you can't give consent then the next day either.
And by the way, NDAs don't hold water if something illegal happens too.
Oh my God, yeah, I hate that too. It's like you can if something's the truth and it's like a crime, if you were assaulted or whatever, like you can say it.
I should have never posted it. And what I understand now, and I didn't understand before.
But again, like, you received the text message from Hannah 6 months later and then removed it. I guess that makes sense.
It was when I did my video. She had said to Dom, like, I saw Trisha's video and like I don't feel comfortable having my stuff out there. Like, it was when I did mine that same time when I linked up the group.
Is that she sent that text because she felt like she had to, not because she wanted to, and that's fucked up. And I'm sorry. When she
that's good. It's good to hear, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to give him, points where he can get them.
I just wish like would have waited. It just all seems so like if this was how he feels in like 6 months or whatever, like he should have made this video. It's just like it's like you didn't feel this way. You tried to not even have the article come out. So it's like
He should have, if he put this video out instead of his first apology and wasn't spending all of his time trying to keep the article from coming out and attacking everyone, then we probably be looking at this with a lot different perspective.
Just basically before the sponsorships pulled out, like
Yeah.
and he probably could have saved himself, like I don't
Because he
know.
was desperate. I think he was avoiding it desperately because he suspected that a lot of sponsors would pull out if he acknowledged it happens. So now he has nothing to lose, right?
Later reached out a couple months later to take the video down. I immediately took it down, and I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was
You're saying, I mean, and I agree that that's kind of like a little naive. Like I mean,
He
you have
knew.
to be
He
a little-
loved having power over people that way. He would just throw money at people. I mean, he does this with his friends, with strangers. Like and you're gross.
Wait, let me go back because I remember I wanted to say something about.
and I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised.
I mean, that's good. He's admitting that he enabled that situation,
He's saying, okay, I guess
which is good. But I think people are glossing over what it really means is that he enabled this attack to happen, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think he
the
could
sever-
provide them with compensation or something. You know, this guy's got money. Obviously money speaks for him. Once his money was taken away, that's when he knew some shit went down. And it helps so many people, especially people like Seth, who was like struggling with his like casting company and like these girls
Well, he's
that were
still not mentioning Seth.
right. Okay, so these girls in particular, like not that they're asking for money or something like that, but at least like compensate them for some trauma or something like that. You profited off of them. Give them some of that money or something. You know, like. They're college girls or whatever. It's like, and they're not getting any money off this. But I think I know that's like admitting guilt or whatever. But like for me, I
Well,
always
he just
like,
admit guilt.
So then, you know,
That was good though. He said he did
Yeah.
say that I enabled the situation. That was good.
I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of and wasn't uncomfortable.
Again, I think he kind of missed the point there
Yeah,
by
yeah.
saying, I should have been in the room. It's like, no, you shouldn't have put Dom, who you already knew was a predator, right, after the VidCon thing. You shouldn't, is something that you continue to do, is put girls in a position to be assaulted by your friend.
yeah. When he platforms Dom, they want to meet you, David. They want to be in David's vlogs. That's what all these girls' messages say. They want to meet David. Even on TikTok, I see all these girls saying, "Oh, he said I could meet David if I came to the apartment." Like you're giving him this platform because you're showcasing the girls that come home with Dom, and it's gross. You enabled all of it
But
multiple times. It's not one, twice, two. It's like
Right.
so many times.
But he is saying something good in that he's saying, I'm responsible for what happens there, which is right.
I don't want to use buzzwords to try to justify this or explain this, but all I can say is people felt like they had to be silent for the sake of my video, and that's not right, and it's fucked up, and I'm sorry. I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about Allie, and then I'm talking about other girls that addressed their problems privately.
Which other girls privately?
I don't
He
know.
goes, Allie and all the other girls that express their
Right,
concerns privately.
right.
Like, holy shit, bro.
I mean, I like that he's saying people's names. I
Yeah.
think that's.
Dude, they did that girl, Allie, so fucking dirty.
Oh yeah, I stuck up for her a while ago
So
too. Yeah.
dirty.
It was awful. And then the fact that they kept like showing.
Oh, she actually made a statement. Here, I'll read it. I have it.
Yeah, she don't accept his apology either. Is he apologizing to her? I don't even know if he did. He didn't apologize to me. I never gave you consent for anything. I told him to. And
Wait,
don't act like you don't know.
Well, here, she said, so this is the girl who was groped by Dom at VidCon in 2000. Oh, yeah, she got the year wrong, too. I was like, I thought that was 2017. And then Dom was like, basically was like, she's kind of lying, but anyway, I'm sorry. And David left the famous comment saying, hey, good job, buddy. It's easy to be an idiot.
No,
it's
he's
hard
like-
to apologize.
He goes, that's kind of not the truth, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
So anyway, she just tweeted this in response to David's apology to her. She said, friendly reminder that my Dom video was in 2017, not 2018. Don't know if this was an honest mistake or trying to shorten the amount of time he continued to platform him afterwards. I have mixed feelings on David Dobrik's apology, and am sus because Dom lied in his 4 years ago to say whatever would look nice for the camera and never privately reach out to anyone, even though he said he did it for PR. I hope David will handle things differently. So,
Well, David wasn't directly involved with that one, though, right? I mean, not saying it's like right, but he didn't film it, or did he film?
no, this was off camera.
Oh.
This was like, which makes it like way worse because
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing is like, oh, Dom's playing this character. It's like, no, he's doing this off camera.
That's such bullshit. When they're like, Jason would always say that too. He's like, we're playing characters for David's like movie. I'm like, this isn't a movie. He's not Quentin Tarantino. Like, you guys are just
It's a vlog, bro.
They would all say that when the Seth thing happened. He's like, if an actor did this in a movie, you wouldn't get mad at him for kissing
Not a
someone. I'm
plot.
like, yeah.
It's not a pre-scripted plot.
That was like, I'm gonna get my old phone because like the text messages from these people are insane. Because I remember that too. He's like, it's a movie. I'm like,
Well,
it's not a movie.
be honest. Do I look better like this
Oh my god. You look.
or like this? Kind of gives a vibe.
You have a nice head shape.
I do?
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not deformed. You kind of look like a poodle too.
Thank you so much.
Are you gonna dye it pink?
No, I'm cutting it all off.
Okay.
I'm over it. Okay, let's watch.
privately or publicly. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was, because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine doing this to people and actually hurting people, and I'm sorry for that.
So at which point between the 2007 VidCon video and the scores of other women that reached out to you privately did you refuse to believe that your childhood friend was capable of doing that?
Wow.
I want to apologize to the thousands of women who have reached out to me privately.
I think David's just disappointed.
Not mad.
Not mad, just
Never
disappointed.
mad.
Not only did I discredit you, Allie, but I platformed Dom. And not only did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way, where I made jokes about it, and I reinforced that kind of behavior. And I'm so sorry, and I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down, a lot of people that watch me. And
I mean, again, you could say too late, too little, too late, but I think he makes a good point, because I think what's really damaging is how he normalized Dom as like, hey, just your friendly neighborhood predator. And like this kind of shit that they regularly portrayed as like just fun-loving shit is basically just
Why
grooming an entire generation of
he
kids.
couldn't give this comment to the Insider when this article came out? Like, hey, I'm really sorry this happened. Rather that his lawyer said, don't put him in the article, otherwise we're going to threaten to sue you.
I agree.
Like, I don't. It's so not real.
The timing casts a very cynical light on the entire video.
I don't buy it at all. If this was last week, maybe, because yeah, maybe he hasn't posted vlogs, like things changed, but no.
Everybody loved Alfredo's cameo on our last live.
Oh, they saw him.
Yeah,
I like him the best.
There was that. Don't say that about Shredder.
Do they know? My dog barks when they bark in the show.
Hi, I love you.
But he's just so loving. The other one always tries to bite me.
Shredder's the. How dare you
He's
say
like,
it? Here, you want to hold Alfredo?
yeah, I
And I'll
love
hold Shredder.
Alfredo.
Shreddy, come here. You want to come up?
Oh.
Come here, sweetie. I love Shredder. I love Shredder. All right, let's continue. A little eye bleach.
Oh my god, no way, he's so cute. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
my friends and family for that. I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019, and I'm not saying my content has been brilliant since then, but that's when I first started taking into account the power dynamic. And
he says he stopped filming with Dom in 2019. Cut to this one was pretty disturbing. This video was on Dom's channel as recently as last night. We ripped it because I knew that they were going to take this down, but it was up.
Wait, what did they take down?
This video, but it was up since this morning or last night.
Also, do you think he should have been holding maybe a puppy in this video? Maybe that would have maybe scored some points. I'm looking at this puppy now, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna keep him for all my apologies.
You're like, I forgive you for everything.
Right? He should have been holding like, oh, baby
Yeah.
puppy.
Alfredo honestly is the sweetest dog ever.
No, he is. Like dogs don't usually like me, but he always comes up and like.
He needs
"Honey."
a shower.
He doesn't smell bad.
He's a stinky boy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you don't smell bad. Thank you for the kisses.
So anyway, all right, you guys are distracting me, Alfredo. You sweet ass, cute motherfucker.
Sorry.
So he says that he discontinued his relationship with Dom in 2019, but here he is in March of 20. Oh, this is unavailable because I have the backup, of course. Of course, we have the backup. Now this
You
video.
deleted this last night?
What's going on? Just last night.
Still doing damage control.
Wait, what is this? What is this response you sent me? Who is this from?
What?
My response to David's apology.
Oh. I guess Seth sent you a statement.
Oh, Seth sent me a statement.
Yeah.
Oh.
When?
I wanted to vet it first, but it just got sent to the
What's
Discord.
vet?
You weren't supposed to see that yet.
Oh, he wanted to read it before I read it. I'll let you
Yeah.
read it first.
Can we read it?
But yeah, I'll let Dan read it first just to make sure it's kosher. But because we're live, you know what I mean? I just want to make sure it's all good
yeah.
before I put
keep forgetting we're live because we ordered the pizza. So
There's certain protocols when you're live that are different than when you're pre-recording.
Yeah, the doxing's not cool.
Okay, interesting. So this
Okay.
was uploaded, which I'll show you the proof here. What were we gonna say?
I was like, do I have any breaking news? No.
Yeah, that's a good question. So this was called Epic Vlog Squad Party, March 2020.
Like 10
not-
days before the pandemic hit.
And not only that, the context of the video makes it even worse. Watch this.
Y'all, Dirty Dom here. I got a huge announcement for y'all. I'm officially going on tour. The Dirty and Dangerous Tour. First stop is USC Kappa Sig. We're about to tear it up tonight, guys. Comment down below what college you're
So
in.
he's promoting his, I don't know what, he's like going and throwing parties, which is basically his S8 World Tour party.
I
Is
totally
it
forgot.
Kappa Sigma? I'm assuming it's like a frat party too.
Okay, this is totally bringing back memories that I totally blocked out from my time in the Vlog Squad. Jason, Dom, David, and like Zane or whoever, they would go out to USC every weekend and like crash parties, and like Dom and Jason would dress up as girls. It's in the vlogs. Like they would dress up as girls to get into like sororities and get where like girls are like changing and stuff like that. Like
What?
and we
That's
would
so crazy.
I stopped going. I went twice and I was so miserable. They would just go to like frat parties just trying to like find girls that were drunk and stuff. I just remember this at USC. They would go USC all the time. It's in the vlogs. Like Jason like streaked in his underwear down USC frat row.
Jason, man, time to fucking
He
like.
loves exposing himself. He's just, I'm like, nobody wants, and Jonah would do it too. Him and
What
Jonah
are,
would.
what are people Jason's age supposed to be doing? I don't know. Watch like The Bachelor or something like me.
Yeah, and you're like 10 years younger than him.
Yeah, just
Like,
chill out. Just have a seat.
I
you
don't know. I don't know.
Well, anyway, this is important. So this is again March 1st, 2020. They're helping him promote his World Tour SA party.
What fraternity I should come to. If you want me to
He's
come to your
coming to
fraternity
fraternities.
and book me, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, or you can email me.
Can you imagine? Like,
team@dirtydom.com.
wow,
My
what a
team will
party.
reach out to
Dom's
you.
gonna be
Let's
there.
turn up tonight. Yeah. I'm Dirty Dom. We're at USC Kappa Sig. We're about to turn up tonight. We're about to respect women, and we're about to study hard.
We're about
So
to respect women. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You know who I am.
you know what I'm saying? Come turn up with a boy. How's everyone feeling tonight?
Literally, who cares about Dom? Like, wow.
Nobody.
Everybody partying. David's there. You can just mute it. It's
Todd.
down. Todd's there.
That's
More
Todd.
Todd.
Yep. Clear that Todd is there. Madison Beer with Dom.
I don't know if she knows all this, so I'm not gonna.
Natalie.
Natalie's there.
Zane.
Zane is there.
Madison Beer, by the way, knows. She was in that bit with Tana and Jason that I didn't like the weekday before. She knows.
Here he is talking about. Oh, what? Here they have subtitles. So let me actually read what they're saying.
What's with everyone with the tooth? Oh my God.
But this is like a huge cosign of where you know Dom is going to be regularly doing this to women. This is like his perfect. You smell like fruit. I smell like frat. Okay, whatever. What's with everyone's whatever.
What?
40 cameras.
I mean, David's there 2020.
Saying,
That's Matt King in the back.
oh, look at your boy
Scott!
Scotty.
Of course.
Not a bad bone in his body.
Would never do it.
We love you. Ah,
Oh, my
not a bad bone in
God.
his body.
And they also try and say they never hung out with Dom. Like this half of the vlog said, oh, we never went to Dom. Scott said, oh, I never hung out with Dom. I never went to his apartment. You're literally at his event. Like, what a stupid idiot. Zayn, multiple videos of him groping women's breasts without their permission, kissing people without their permission.
It muted it because there's like, copyrighted music, whatever. Anyway, they're all there. I don't know if like Jeff was, I don't think I saw Jeff or, I don't think
Jeff,
Jeff's
like I
there.
said, has always been kind of like not as slimy as these other
Oh,
people.
there's Jeff.
Oh, shit.
Spoke too soon. Jeff's there.
Shoot, I was trying to defend him.
Yeah.
Ugh, this is so embarrassing. These people are not like young either.
So
David
once
is,
again,
but
I
they're
was about
like
to
30.
ask. You're right. Like they're at a
They're
that
like
at
20,
a college
29
frat party.
at college
it's a USC
parties.
frat party. Now, once again, reminder, David, who severed ties with Dom because he knew he was such a danger to society, made a video promoting Dom's World Essay Tour, college campus essay tour, in March of 2020. Okay?
And they deleted that
love.
video this morning.
They deleted it this morning or last night
Wow.
with peace and love.
Oops.
Oops.
And what influence I had on people that I was filming
Let me
with.
back that up just so you now can look at it with the proper context.
Not only you down, but a lot of people down. A lot of people that watch me and my friends and family for that. I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019. And
like-
I'm not saying my content has been brilliant since then. But
Well,
that's when I
What?
kind of lawyerese there. He made the decision not to film with Dom. He's not filming with Dom.
Ugh.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
Dude, it's even worse. He's going to his event and helping him promote it.
right.
Like,
What if I broke this chair
First-
live? I almost did. I heard it kind of crack. I would
we
be
can
mortified.
replace it.
I cracked a chair on a photo shoot once. Anyways, keep going. Twice I cracked a chair. Hopefully I won't do it live.
You broke in 2 chairs?
At Cheesecake Factory in my photo shoot.
You broke a chair at Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah. I should've
Bro,
seen 'em.
was it embarrassing?
Yeah. It was a high chair. That's why I never sit at the high tables anymore because I'm like so traumatized. I only sit at booths.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How much?
It was the one in Sherman Oaks.
Was it a chair issue or like a you issue?
I was like 140 pounds.
So it was a chair issue.
Yeah, but I still felt fat because I was,
Right, you don't want to ever break a chair.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyways, I almost did it again. I just heard the thing. I was like, "Yee."
I weigh more than you, and my chair's fine.
I don't think you do. We should weigh ourselves after this.
Okay, we'll have a way off.
started taking
After
into
the pizza.
account the power dynamic and what influence I had on people that I was filming with. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on and I learned from it and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart knowing that I was
You still could've,
doing all this stuff and I was
Ross.
making all this
You still
content
could've.
while
Well, not only did he not reach out, and many times, like you and Seth, he threatened and.
Right. Or even to these girls, you know, like, why didn't you reach out before you made this video?
I wonder if he saw Dom's epic response to that text from Hannah. K.
I'm sure he did. They share everything with each other. I'm sure he did.
K.
Okay.
there was people that were still really hurt by what I made before my content shifted to be more responsive.
He gave a little tears,
Started and then
but he cut it away so it didn't feel too much. I thought that was a really good, in terms of the apology, like technique.
It was a good edit.
He teased the tears, but he didn't full out cry. Powerful. I felt that was a powerful artistic decision.
look how like he's just so soulless. He has no empathy for anyone. He doesn't feel bad about any of this. Like you could just tell in his eyes. If you have to force them, like that is not real.
I do think he feels bad now.
I don't think he does. I really don't. I really think I know he doesn't. Especially in my situation, he has no guilt, no remorse. I guarantee you.
These people, and that breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I
Then
made
donate the
before
money
my
you make from
content
content.
shifted to be more responsible and positive. I said and did things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes, and it was cowardly of me to say.
What's up? Oh.
In my last apology that I missed the mark.
Here, I'll wait. It's fine. It's not like we're live. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Move the trash. Put Moses to work. What did I do?
It's your trash that you need to move. Our car's blocking the trash.
Well, it's your car blocking my trash. You can park on the street. You don't have to park in my driveway.
Oh my God, I can't. That's the Rolls Royce driveway.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Good point.
Because it's fucking gross, and I'm sorry. A lot of people reached out to me.
Wait, I wanted to analyze this
Yeah.
part.
My content shifted to be more responsible and positive. I said and did things.
You agree? I remember you saying that his content has been better of recent.
Because the pandemic hit and he couldn't vlog anything. So, yes, his content's been better because he hasn't been posting vlogs.
Things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes, and it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's fucking gross, and I'm sorry.
That's pretty good.
I feel like he's been watching us because I keep calling him gross. I think he's like, yeah, I was gross. I've never heard
But
David
that's
say
good. I mean, he said it was cowardly of me to say I missed the mark. That was gross, and I think that's
Yeah.
Well stated.
I
right?
believe I also called him a coward and gross. So thank you for listening. For being an avid listener.
You've been
You
such
are
a
gross.
you've been such an influence on him with the floor between sitting on the floor,
know.
and I thought that was a good
Next time, just not as many edits.
no more cuts.
Fire now.
People reached out to me saying cancel culture is bullshit, and you need to fight back, and you need to call people out, and I don't agree with how this should be taken at all.
I wasn't sure why he said that. Because he's like, so many people think that all this is bullshit.
Right. Kind of being like,
And I
Jeff,
when I did too until yesterday.
until like everyone pulled out and I had to quit my own app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not the
I
best
think-
thing to include in there, but I will say that is a sentiment that his fans were expressing
Right,
a lot
okay.
all over social media.
That's
So-
good. That's good. I think that's good. That's a way of trying to speak to his own fans.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Because they kept harassing Seth and me and just everyone being like, you're obsessed. Like,
Because the stan culture is just like so I guess that's a props moment today.
how would he fight back though? Like, it's also just so a moot point. Because like, what are you gonna
Well,
do
he
to defend
tried.
yourself?
He did try and fight back. He failed.
Yeah, and his only defense was discrediting me and saying Trisha's crazy.
But it's good
what other defense did he have? Oh, Seth. Oh, look, Seth wanted to be. You gross.
it's
You're right.
good that
Howard gross.
he's speaking directly to his fans in this regard and saying this is not the right reaction. So props to David.
I think when there is a crisis, there's a serious opportunity to correct yourself, to learn and improve, and to make sure those mistakes don't happen again.
Can't
And that's why
flop
it's
in.
so important
I mean, yeah.
to hold yourself accountable. And I think with this situation,
Unrelated? Why are you laughing, Dan?
Just a comment.
there's a lot I
What
can
would the comments say?
Yeah, read the comments.
It said that Keemstar texted him that.
Keemstar texted
Oh
me
yeah,
what?
Keemstar. Yeah, that's who I thought too. 'Cause
What?
Keemstar, when this originally started happening, Keemstar tweeted David, "Don't let Ethan win." He's like, "Don't give in. I support you, and don't let Ethan win." I was like, "Okay, dude, change his tune now."
Yeah.
Yeah, Keemstar.
Hey, but that alone should say so much of how awful all these people are. If like Keemstar is coming around and like Philip DeFranco and all these people, I was like, oh, okay, they're like,
Philip DeFranco usually has the right take on things.
yeah, he's really upset now. He's really angry.
Yeah, let's not. Philip usually has a good informed thing. to
Should I
say about it.
apologize to him or no? We're done
For
with it.
what?
For calling him fat. I feel bad.
All right, go ahead. Make your
Okay.
apology.
I do feel bad, Philip. I held animosity
camera.
towards you because of interactions with your wife in 2014 who called me a whore. I held that against you. I'm changed. I'm better. I'm not miserable and depressed anymore. You're not fat. If anything, you're skinnier than me. So I am a big fat cow and you're a skinny legend. And I'm very, very sorry. And I'm glad that you are covering David more. And it's not just a boys club. And I do not have an apology to Keemstar other than we're cool. Please don't come for me.
What? You're not apologizing? You're cool with Keemstar?
Right? Can't we be cool? We don't want enemies.
Okay, fine. We don't want enemies. Right now,
cool.
now's not the time to make enemies.
Frenemies.
No, I don't want to say just not enemies.
I'll be frenemies with Philip, not enemies with Keem.
Okay, nothing with Keem. Okay, I will make an apology to Philip.
No, what do you
Oh,
apologize
because I
for?
called him a coward. Should I?
No, I don't think you should apologize
No?
for that. I stand
Okay.
by that. He didn't say anything until we talked
But he
about
did. But thank you for. Boom.
it. I just apologize for calling him fat. I shouldn't have done that.
Right. That was below blow.
Right.
But
Everything else is cool. We're cool. Everyone's
okay,
cool on the internet.
let's all be cool. Let's everybody be cool.
And you know what? Like, I'm cool with everybody except for David and Jason and Scott.
And Dixie.
No,
And the
honestly.
D'Amelios. And James
Well,
Charles.
they are hanging out with James Charles and David, the D'Amelio sisters.
All right,
Not a
let's
good
finish
look.
this apology for Christ's sake.
Look at, and there's a lot I can learn from, but there's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for everybody I've let down. I'm sorry to my family, and I'm sorry to my friends that I've embarrassed, and that this won't happen again. I'm going to take a short break from all the social media stuff because I realize there's a serious lack of infrastructure when I make any kind of content, and I want to be able to have a place of checks and balances. I want to have HR, and I want to be able to have
HR?
people communicate discomfort.
Kind of.
Really? I have a complaint.
You do?
No.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, no, I don't have HR then in that case.
Do you have HR?
I have kind of.
I need employees. Jeff said he had 10 employees. I don't have zero. I have 0 employees.
What is Jeff? I mean, I'm not familiar with Jeff, but what is 10 people doing for Jeff?
That's taking food out of his mouth, whatever it is. And
They're all not the.
I want employees. Yeah.
Yeah, we have makeshift HR. Yeah,
Love that.
thank you. This is a good thing he's saying because I think one of the biggest problems with his vlogs, as we said, is like when you are dealing with big production shoots on big professional shoots, you have the checks and balances, you have the safety people, you have the lawyers.
Well, clearly the safety people aren't there. Jeff's eye. Can I just say this or no? Because there's a video online. Not that I'm not encouraging people to go watch it, but like, he clearly doesn't have safety issues with anyone.
Wait,
like
what video online?
the Jeff incident.
There's a video online of what happened to
Yeah.
Jeff? Oh, really?
Yeah, it was that excavator thing, and
Excavator?
like, yeah, I didn't watch it, and people say don't watch it. It's like really graphic, but like, why are they all covering this up? Like, where's your safety people for these big productions?
So Jeff was injured during a David vlog.
I mean, allegedly it was for a David vlog. It was
But you
on
said
video.
you saw the video.
I saw a video, but it
you
wasn't
don't
like a
know what it
David
was?
style
Oh,
vlog.
God.
But I just don't understand.
It was like a behind the scenes thing,
Oh,
with
yeah,
somebody
but
recording on
yeah,
their phone
like,
or something.
he's right.
So we don't know for sure that David was involved. So we should just be careful about.
Well,
that.
he definitely was on that trip, and it was shown that like Todd was there. Like people jumped in after him, so like it,
Right. Okay. Well, fair enough.
it wasn't maybe David's footage, but David was there. And regardless, like, why did Jeff he came for me with so many personal things, and the minute I asked him about his eye, which he himself complained about, I was like, oh, what happened to it? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, don't come for me and all my issues that Jason told you if you're not going to talk about your personal issues.
Well,
I feel bad
listen,
for him, but also,
regardless,
if he's having a big production, he's going to get HR, look into
Yes.
getting safety. That's all I'm saying.
dude,
because
that's crazy.
Jonah also had a motorcycle accident going over a pool a year before I joined the group, and he like cracked his head open and went to the hospital and kept that hush hush too. Like, get a safety person, guy. Like, you have the money.
This is a really important thing. You can't continue the way you're doing and the stuff you're doing without having oversight and checks and balances. So that's a good thing he acknowledges.
in a way that's comfortable.
Too late for Jeff, unfortunately, if what you're saying is true.
I hope he covered Jeff's
To
bill
them.
or whoever did. I hope
You better be getting a fat fucking settlement.
Because, like, honestly, I do feel like Jeff, he said he was on medication. Like, I feel like there is something maybe wrong with him.
I feel horrible for the injury, Jeff.
But
That,
I
what
think
happened to
permanently,
him.
I think there's maybe something because that's a different Jeff. Like, you know, from the videos, from what I knew, like it's a very different Jeff. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I'm not saying like brain damage. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it's a different. He's a different
Well,
way of.
he definitely took a hardcore injury. That's for sure. But let's not speculate about Jeff's injuries and let's finish this video.
And where they don't feel like their emotions or what they're doing or how they're acting is compromised. It doesn't feel right to go back to posting like I have been, and it also doesn't feel right to go dark because I love what I do. But I think it is important to show that change is possible and that I'm learning. Maybe even forgiveness is possible. I want to use this opportunity to step up and own my mistakes. And like I said before, I've never done apology the right way. And I'm sure I'm going to look back at this and I'm going to be pissed at some things that I didn't say, or I wish I could have added more. But this is my beginning to that, and I'm sorry for everybody that I hurt. I also want to add that I'm making myself available to anyone that wants to reach out that I've hurt in the past.
Yeah, I love that. I got lots of time. I will no longer be blocking your numbers. Go ahead and reach out to me.
I'm so curious. Should I try and call him and see if he answers?
Call him right now live.
Not live.
That'd be fucking crazy. No, don't do that.
But should I try and call him? He said
Well,
he'd
I
make
wanted
himself
to ask,
available.
would you talk to him?
No, I wouldn't.
So why would you call him?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just to see if he did make himself available for
I
me.
feel like you could have a productive conversation. with
Absolutely
him,
not.
Because you have a lot of trauma and you hold a lot of resentment that I wonder if you would be able to resolve.
Yeah, it's a
by
lot
talking
of
to
it's a
him.
lot of trauma that I dealt with through therapy, and I was able to resolve it through myself. And there's no resolution I'm going to get from David losing sponsors and now being like,
But
I'm sorry. Just like Jason calling me. No, I
maybe you
begged
could-
them to talk to me for a year and a half. I begged them. I showed up to Jason's house. I made videos saying, please, I'm so sorry. I did this to the group. None of them acknowledging me. Jason constantly telling me, oh, no one's can acknowledge you. No one's allowed to talk to you. Like they mocked me when I was at Coachella. Todd was pissed trying to knock the door down, saying I'm gonna like kick her ass, like all this crazy shit. Like they mocked me and ridiculed me for years when I was going through like the worst year of my life. Like I've never once tried to kill myself. I never once tried to go to a mental hospital, and it spiraled and spiraled and spiraled, and they kept triggering and triggering and triggering it, and it was such bullshit. It was such bullshit, and this is bullshit because he's losing sponsors. And you know what? I will say it. I'm happy that he is, because it's so fucking annoying having to deal with someone who gets away with shit, and he's so no remorse. I tried reaching out to him for a year and a half. There's zero remorse. I do not believe he's changed in a week from him trying to discredit me because I have a mental illness. I think he's full of shit. I think he's just the worst, and I think he lost money, and that's the only reason he's crying. That's why I'm saying donate money to show that you don't care about money, that it wasn't just about the sponsors leaving. Donate it. You have the money, donate it some. Put it towards mental health. Put it towards, Jeff Wittick said that too. Oh, people with mental illness shouldn't be given a platform to speak. Like, fuck off. Donate your shit. Get educated. Learn about that shit. I think you have a mental illness. You have something wrong with you. Look at that face. You're soulless behind those eyes.
Come on.
He's a soulless little chipmunk, and I don't like him.
A soulless little chipmunk?
Okay, that was me, not the chipmunk. The soulless part, though.
Well, soulless is mean too.
That's what he is. Look at his eyes. There's no soul behind it.
Oh!
Stop. I thought you were having a heart attack for real. Stop
No,
it.
bring it so they can see what I just saw.
I just storm off again. I'm so mad because the pizza's alright.
Oh, just show it. We don't have to eat it right now.
Yeah, I just had
Is there a phone number on it?
I just had a Vietnam flashback of Moses walking down those stairs with the pizza.
Is there a sticker?
Did you half expect us to be having like a full-fledged moment?
Look how smart I am with. I'm so smart with Domino's, knowing that there's a phone number there. That's why I said turn it to us, because I knew there was a phone number.
Oh, dude, you are experienced.
I know. I was
All
like,
right,
don't
let's
fix the camera.
Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I want to be able to hear and understand from yourselves, and I'll be reaching out on my own to some people because I still have a lot of learning to do. And I think when you talk to other people, especially about experiences like this, it
Hold on. Let's focus on the video. Let's eat it upstairs. I don't want to do a whole mukbang.
Okay.
Let's stay focused. The pizza.
Maybe one mukbang at the end to celebrate.
It got me
one
like
piece of-
it's got me like David apologizing.
Okay, yeah, let's focus. But can we have
On my
one at the
own
end so people can
Okay,
see it?
okay.
They get so butthurt when we don't show them the food at the end. Everyone's like, "Why didn't you film? Because we were gonna last time." Okay.
Okay.
people.
All right, everyone focusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I still have a lot of learning to do. And I think when you talk to other people, especially about experiences like this, it really helps you see things in a different way. But yeah, I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I just wanted to sit and talk and ramble, and I really truly hope that someone can take something away from this experience, that another creator can take away from this. And I know it feels, because I know how crazy it felt to me, that there was some sort of toxicity or some.
Hello? Yes.
What happened?
Yeah, we're okay. I know I've probably just I keep getting swatted, but everything's just fine over here. Thanks for calling. Okay, thank you. Bye.
What is that?
We just got swatted.
Well,
But so
less intense.
it's been happening so much now that they just call me and be like, "Are you okay? We just got a call." Because then if I don't answer, they have to come. So they say, "Is everything okay?" And I say, "Yes." I know we keep getting. Yeah, that was the police.
You're so nonchalant about it. You're like, yeah, we're fine.
Well, I'm just trying to be calm about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, obviously it's annoying. It's happening like a lot. But you know, at least now it's like cool. They call me immediately, and if I don't answer, they come. But if I catch it in time and say, like, "Hey, it's okay. I know I've been swatting," then they say, "Okay, good. Everything's okay.
Yeah. I put my name on that list too.
Good job."
Said.
Yeah.
People always try to 5150 me after I got 5150. I always get wellness checks. Police would show up and be like, "We got reports that you're trying to off yourself," and I was totally fine. And
That's
I was
so
like,
fucked up.
"Yeah,
Were they doing it because they were concerned, or they're doing to fuck with you?
no, to fuck with me." I was totally like, because I would.
People are
nothing,
so wild,
yeah.
man, on the internet. Well,
Because
you're-
they thought if they call that I'm taken away to a mental hospital. That's like not how it works. They ask like they see if you're trying to commit suicide or something.
well, joke's on you. You're not going to ruin my pizza party, fuckers. I keep saying whoever's doing this, the last person who did this literally is in jail right now. So I don't know
like,
why.
Investigate it. It's not like right.
What? Yeah, it's not worth it to whoever's doing it. I guarantee it. I knew, so I never answer unknown numbers, but I could tell when I get this specific number that I know it's the police. So I was like, I have to answer this.
Oh, I was like, just taking a phone call.
No, it was, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Trust me, if I didn't take the call, we would regret it.
Ooh, that'd be so scary.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Sort of power dynamic in my friend group, but really just take the moment, especially when creating content that you're trying to get viewership out of or you're trying to get laughs out of. Like, really take a moment and look at where the jokes end and where the feelings begin, because I think that's so incredibly important. Okay.
He acts like it's some kind of like large issue happening on YouTube. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's not.
you,
It's pretty much
David.
just you, David.
If another creator can learn, like nobody else is doing this. Like,
Look, I do think there's some part of him. It's like when you lose everything, then I feel like it's like a rock bottom situation. It's
Yeah.
like then you can actually see things clear for what it is. So I do think there is some genuine remorse here, even though the timing and everything makes it all super suspicious. But it's like it's that rock bottom, nothing to lose, and then he's like, oh fuck, you know.
right? He was like untouchable for so long. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's genuine. I think he's thinking like, oh, I should probably like reevaluate. But I don't know.
Should I read Seth's statement, Dan? Dan's eating pizza. Okay. Here's Seth's statement. He says, my response to David's apology. David produced and conspired with Jason to manipulate me and essay me and title it a prank. Jason hasn't apologized. David hasn't personally apologized, and not just for missing the mark, but then bragging about it to teach generations of kids that his behavior was somehow all right, and even attempted to silence and discredit me. It truly is sickening. Companies were funding it, and viewers were interacting with the videos and making millions of dollars off of other people's lifelong trauma. What you permit, you promote. Stop permitting. What you permit, you promote. Stop permitting it. Brands should focus on micro creators who are truly making a difference within the communities and who are really an example of values these companies stand by. The answer is AI influencers? Is he on some shit? Like, what is he talking about, Dan?
I think AI influencers are a thing.
What is that?
He's saying the answer is AI influencers?
What's AI influencers? What is it?
Well,
Those are like those fake, like computer generated influencers instead of real people.
Well, maybe that's what we need to go to.
that's the answer.
I guess
what
that's
about
what
me?
he's saying.
I want to fucking keep working, Seth. The answer is but then he says the answer is choosing humanity, those with common courtesy, kindness, and love for all. I also would like to thank all the drama channels, Insider, and other press outlets, Trisha and H3H3, for bringing these problems to light. There you have it.
So he's basically saying they haven't apologized to him. They're basically saying like we're apologizing to everyone we made wrong.
Yeah, and I noticed they made like a conscious effort almost to, AB saying he means not all. Okay, whatever. Not all influencers. Whatever.
It does
I get the
piss me off that like that did get glossed over. Seth's thing, like Jason and David, who are directly involved with that, not Dom, not anyone else. Like how it got glossed over.
baby.
Huh? No.
What'd I do?
I don't think so. I think it's on the. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Domino's. What are you gonna call and order a pizza?
Her.
Oh shit.
It's not. I saw
Oh
it.
fuck. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Tell me this isn't
But don't
beautiful.
you on the microphone? They'll be so pissed. I mean, I do love Domino's. We finally ate pizza together.
Let this be the last David Dobrik video we ever make.
Yeah, because we do look like those obsessive drama channels that make like four. I'm so fine with just going to do our eating competition next week. Or no, we're doing Satisfying. You know, just like have those be the titles. By the way, did I mention the thumbnail for yesterday? People are like, it looks like Trisha's laughing at the demise of the vlog. That thumbnail we posed for was the original title was Trisha Takes Over because it was my episode. So I'm laughing because I'm like, ha ha, I'm taking over. Not ha ha, just downfall. Because people in the comments were saying that I was laughing. I felt
But you are.
no, the Jeff Vincent in particular was really hard on me because I was just like, oh, this is just like really painful because again, I don't think he's like as slimy as like David and Jason. And Jason not saying anything cowardly, like all of them. It's just a lot, you know?
Can you send that heart back to Jason now that he's probably seen this?
When do you want to talk?
Send it from me. Send it from me. Say like this
From
heart's from
Ethan.
Ethan.
It's such bullshit. Apologize to Seth. Well, and me. You could apologize to me, but
All right. And so ends this David Dobrik saga.
I see you tomorrow talking about David again.
Yeah, well see. It's been a long week for me, man.
It's only Tuesday.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another emergency episode of Frenemies.
Is anyone still on? Do we lose followers or do we gain them?
How many people watching?
It says 162,000. That's a lot.
We could sell out, like, what is that? Like,
You think people would pay to watch us eat pizza at like the Greek?
I used to do that on my tour. I used to do it. I used to like eat pizza on stage. It's so cringe. You could like see Trisha eating pizza
But
on
like,
stage.
were you just quietly eating?
No, I was like answering questions.
Why you eat pizza?
Yeah.
Why?
It was my Q&A, and they wanted to see me like a live mukbang. It was
Oh
Full
my
Screen's
God.
idea. It was Full Screen's idea, not mine. It was a little cringe. My second tour was really good. I did all my music, but the first tour was very cringe.
Wouldn't it be kind of epic to sell out the Greek and just silently eat pizza?
Watch paint dry. That's what we should do that.
Paint dry at the Greek.
It's very Andy Kaufman when he read The Great Gatsby at those colleges.
More entertaining than pizza eating.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe not. All right, guys.
Wait, is that it?
That's it.
So, what do you rate it out of 10, David's apology?
Like, okay, so, like I said, that triggered you. On face value, like, boom, here's an apology. It's a good apology. But in the context of everything, it feels less genuine. I'm not going to rate it. I think I hope that this is the beginning of him really caring and trying to make amends for everything.
I say fire your PR person, fire Natalie. You and Jason need to apologize to Seth and maybe disassociate for a little while. And maybe go to the No Hate Bullying tour. Learn some things from Dixie and Tony Hawk.
Maybe he should sit in on the, yeah. Sit
That's what I'm
in.
saying. Like, maybe take some lessons from them. Keep
Dick-
going on
Dick-
the tour.
Dixie has some lessons for you.
Dixie knows. I stand Dixie D'Amelio. We are standing Dixie D'Amelio on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
She's on the No Bowling tour. Oh my gosh.
They didn't get the memo.
The police are here? All right, I got to
should
go talk to
probably
the
end it.
police. Bye, guys. I'm going to go talk to the police. Thanks for watching.
Yikes. I thought we stopped them.
Yeah, we'll bring it up. Wait, Trisha, say bye.
Oh, thanks for watching with peace and love. And don't send any hate to anybody we talked about. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.